Mindfulness is in between what is and what should be. The moment the mind starts working on what should be, it is either the wandering mind, lazy mind, crazy mind, and blaming mind. So just become aware that if the mind is blaming, mind is crazy, mind is lazy, mind is wandering. So this mind wants a desired result that it has chosen from the past experiences. So the moment the mind desires something based on the past experiences or projecting into the future, the mind is an activity, mind is an action, and we become the mind. We are working through the mind. We are carried away by the mind. Now see the other state of existence of what is known as what age. What is where we do nothing. It is happening. I stand across the road watching the traffic. I'm outside my home. I become aware of the things, objects, people, animals. In that state of happening, the mind is not. There is not should be. What it means by should be, the mind always wants to do something. It is the greatest sickness of the mind. So when we so-called practice mindfulness, we should become aware of what is and what should be. Two conditions: what is happening state, what should be, the mind wants us to do something, and where you are in between what is and what should be. The moment you are in between the what is and what should be, you live, move, and act into the mindfulness state. Question comes how to achieve that. So the moment we ask how to achieve the mind that moves in what should be becomes active. It wants to know what should be done, how it should be done, what are the steps. So there it engages itself in the past, projecting into the future. It forgets the present, and we lost touch with what is. It is something like you're driving on a highway in the middle lane. The traffic is on the right lane, on the left lane. So now you discover that let us start driving on a cruise, and you put the car on a cruise. Means what? You are neither moving to the happening state nor moving to what the mind desires. So that is not a control, that is not a suppression, that is not controlling the mind. So what you are doing, you are following the middle path. So actually, when Buddha talks about the middle path, it is not a path to be worked on. It is a state of your being. It is the state of your consciousness, where you are neither belongs to what is and nor belongs to what should be, the way the mind wants the thing to should happen. It is easy practice. When we translate this principle into a practice, it becomes easy. What it means, you adjust and align your body. So when you adjust and align your body, you undo the discomfort. The second step, you change the direction of the mind. How to change the direction of the mind? Does it require any effort? No, not at all. How? You look at me, this is one direction, and then I say, please look at the other person sitting near you. So you simply look, you are aware. And that awareness changes the direction of the mind. So when we talk that the mindfulness is an effortless practice, we should reach, or we should awaken, or we should be aware of that state of happening. Otherwise, we just talk. It becomes simply a talk. Once we change the direction of the mind, not by an effort, just by a happening state. So the third step becomes become aware of your stillness or steadiness in the body, because that awareness of the steadiness helps us to recognize the mind moving into the mode of should be, projecting the past into the future, engaged in lot of things in the present. One of the great scientists says that you should be aware and attentive at that moment. Not attentive of what is, not attentive of something, just being an attentive and awareness, and that takes you to the state of mindfulness. So understand again that this is what is. What is? What is? I'm aware of the room, the space in the room, the noise in the room, the colors, everything is in the happening state, and that is what is. So the conditioned mind superimposes what should be, based on our desires, based on our clinging, based on our preferences, based on our dislikes and dislikes. That is the mind which the Easternwisdom says it is the defect of the mind. So once we get rid of the defect of the mind on one hand, or we separate ourselves, we experience that we are neither what is, neither what should be. We always live in the state of the mindfulness, and that helps us to realize and awaken to the peace, happiness, creativity, wisdom, love, compassion. Compassion need not to be practiced the way we talk a lot about practice compassion. That is politics. But when you awaken to that compassion from inside, that is the real thing. That is the state of the mindfulness. That is what we need to discover.